and we welcome you to do so. And we've got a great call lined up today, and so we're kicking this thing off. Hey, just wanted to say hello from our home office in Utah. It's a nice, warm, sunny day out there. A little bit of cloud cover wherever you're coming in from, wherever you're calling in from. So, uh, wanted to thank you for being here. I wanted to kick things off with talking about our. Well, it is July 22nd, and special day in Utah that's going to kick off here in just a couple days is something called Pioneer Day. It's like a Utah thing, and so that by seeing that date just reminded me that we've got that coming up, and it's a special day for our state of Utah. But let me know where you're calling in from. Love to hear from you. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start talking about it. We've got these. We got our incredible community. Why do we put community on there? We talk a lot about uh, the um, the Mediterranean diet. Now, the Mediterranean diet is at Oliabo. By the way, welcome to Oliabo. If you're listening to the first time, you're wondering what is this Oliabo brand? I'm wearing a hat. You're seeing it out there. If you're wondering where that comes from, it has Italian roots. Where this is a Mediterranean story, but our marketing story hails back to our my brother and my mother and their family in Italy, northern Italy particularly. And so this Oliabo means oil in Italian, oil and botanical or botanica. And so our trademark name is Oliabo. And so what we're talking about is olive tree derived products. And my slide here to start things off is community. And again, we're talking the Mediterranean diet. When you talk about the Mediterranean diet, when we wonder why do they live longer? Why do they have two blue zones in the Mediterranean? Why is Italy? Why does Italy have the longest longevity out of lifespan out of all of Europe? Well, right at the top of the list is olive oil. It's food, and olive oil is their main source of fat. There's three. There's protein, carbs, and fats. These are our three macros, and their main source of fat is olive oil. And so success leaves clues. Hey, Brenda from Ontario, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great day in Ontario. Um, and Matthew. Speaking of community, you got a meeting coming your way from with Gordon and Ashley are going to be with you in just a couple weeks. In I think it's mid August. I think Gordon's next, and he'll talk about that as well for that. Hey, Katrina, and there's Malcolm from the Philippines. Hey, Ray uh, from Colorado. Welcome. Grateful that you're here. But we have community up here, and the reason why we have community is because that's part of that secret of the Mediterranean. Yes, you got the Mediterranean diet, but the Mediterranean, the reason why longevity, community is a big part of it. And so we're calling it community. We're calling it the Oliabo community. And what does that include? Zoom calls like this, don't miss them. In fact, Curtis will talk about the one tomorrow here in just a moment. You don't want to miss these calls because this is bringing us together in community through digital, which is great. But we also have in-person meetings, like I just mentioned. There's going to be one hey, Barry, there's going to be one in Fresno in just a couple of weeks with Gordon and Ashley. If you're in that region, do not miss it. Hey, Katrina, do not miss it at all. You want to be at that meeting. It's going to be a great meeting, by the way. If you haven't seen Gordon live, you're in for a treat because he's pretty animated on a Zoom call. But wait until you see him live; it's even gooder. I made that word up, gooder. Kinda. Ray uses it too. It's my made up name. But you got meetings. You've got Zoom calls. You've got your own Zoom calls. Don't miss these. Hey, Debbie, don't miss these. Oh, from Janice from Vegas. Do not miss these calls. Now, Ray does his own calls. Malcolm does calls. Do not miss Malcolm calls. Boy, I'll tell you, that guy is a leader, man. He does incredible calls. I happen to be Dr. Jerry does a call several times a week. He had one last night, and I'm going to be on his call next Tuesday night. So don't miss these calls. And Dr. Jerry does a phenomenal call. Just love his energy and love his education. when you have a chance to listen to Dr. Jerry in person or through Zoom or in person, you learn a lot. And he does talk a lot about the Mediterranean diet, and he can talk about it at a different level. So, and then you won't want to miss these calls. Like next week, we're working to have Dr. Vaughn Johnson, who's part of our medical advisory board. He'll be on scientific advisory board. He'll be on next Wednesday. So you want to build towards these. That's part of our community, and it's part of the special aspect of that Oliabo offers. So, hey, David. So let's jump to this next slide, because I want you all to know we have what we're about. I'm talking about this olive oil, olive tree derived. Okay, now what do I mean by that? These are our products. You've got Prima. This is our first and foremost. This is our flagship product, Prima. You'll notice it's number one there. Then you've got Flex, which I'll talk about in a moment, and you've got the Viso Lux, incredible products that Ashley you've created, and I absolutely love these two products. And that's our first of topical skincare products that are olive tree derived. And then we've got the olive oil. Now, why do we have olivectin in the bottom there? Adam, let's jump to the next one, because what we're trying to do is capture as much of the olive tree as we can in this. This is our Prima. This is our flagship product. And you'll know that each one of these products will have olive tree derived in it. Prima, Flex, the Viso Lux, as well as, of course, our signature olive oil. So let's go to the next one and give you a bit of a visual of this. In each of these beautiful packets that we have here, each of these easy to consume on a daily basis. Wow, from Brisbane. Carol, thank you for being on here from Brisbane. Wow, that's amazing, guys, that we have Brisbane, Australia represented. And of course, from Norway. Good grief. Thank you, Ellie. So each one of them, each packet contains 2 high phenolic extra virgin olive oils, 1 white capsule, that's olivectin, and 1 rosa, which is olivectin is a proprietary blend of olive leaf extract and olive fruit extract. And let me tell you, they are powerful, folks. The studies are all over the place, from bone health to gut health to brain health and skin health and cardio health, and it's absolutely amazing. Hey, Patricia. So this is kind of giving you a visual of olivectin, what we're talking about. Olivectin is a proprietary blend of olive leaf and olive fruit extract. What's interesting is when you press the olive oil, now, of course, that comes out in these 2 beautiful soft gel caps. You press the olive oil, but there's a pulp that's left over, and that's where we extract the verbascicide. And then naturally found in the olive oil, this high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, is what's called oleocanthal. It's a polyphenol that's found naturally in everything. Extra virgin olive oil. This happens to just have a higher amount of it because it's high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. It's that much higher. High phenolic just means it's going to be over 500 a count of polyphenol. And then in the leaf of the fruit, of the tree, in the leaf, there's something called a lorapine. And the studies they cross over in all these.
Come on,
so let's go to the next one.
There we go. So
this just shows you the verbascicide, the olorapine, and the oleocanthal, and what those chemical compounds look like. Let's go to the next one. So Flex. So, by the way, if you're wondering how to take these, I always do this every week because I want to show, and the reason why I do it is because we have so many questions on how to take this. You can take it in the morning, you can take it in the afternoon, you can take it at night. And as I always mention, my wife likes to take hers at night. I like to take mine in the morning, afternoon, or night. So, who's got one of these, by the way? Who's got one of these? Tell us in the comments. These are great, Gordon. These like so cool. I feel so special with it. And I'm doing 75 hard right now. I don't know if anyone's ever done 75 hard, but I'm doing the next version of it. I have to drink a gallon of water every day, which means I'm peeing up a storm, everyone. Lots of water going into my system. And anyone's done 75 hard, let me know. And I'm doing it with my son and his girlfriend and their family. Yeah, that is kind of funny, peeing up a storm. I don't know if that's allowed on a Zoom call, but I just said it. Anyway, so this is perfect because I'm drinking lots of water these days. Just put Flex on my knees. Yeah, I oh you did. That's great, Barry. In fact, Barry's got a great testimonial. I was just with him in Atlanta, and he shared that testimonial. It was amazing. So Flex, let's talk about Flex for a minute, because someone asked me yesterday. We were going to do a little video work on. Hey Stone, we're going to do a little. What was that? Did you say you've done 75 hard? Stone, I want to do 75 hard, but struggling to do it. Yeah, because it's hard. I'm telling you. I'm doing the next level of it, which means I have to do a 5-minute cold shower. But it's good because it's really hot out right now. So Flex, what Ashley's done in this, where she put really high phenolic extra virgin olive oil in this, like the highest possible phenolic, the kind that knock your socks off if you try to consume it, and we have consumed it, but mixing it with mangosteen pericarp oil and mixing it with the extracts, those olivectin extracts, the leaf and the fruit extract, also including in there squalene that's naturally found in extra virgin olive oil, but it's an extract. And there's frankincense in there. What's that, Katrina? Let's see here. If anyone has a testimonial, in fact, throw it in there. I'd love to see it. I had to use our Flex for our sore, hard to walk foot last night, and Flex and has alleviated the discomfort. See, look at that, Katrina. Thank you for sharing that. That's incredible. Read those testimonials, guys. I'm telling you. So I was asked by him, but we're going to do a little video series of Flex, particularly, and how I personally like the Flex. And I'm telling you, I use it every single day. And but I want you to know that it's just more than just Flex. I use Flex every day, particularly on my ankle. I've broken both my ankles and both my legs in my life. I was told by both orthopedic surgeons, the one when I was 13 years old and the other one about 15 years ago. I was told by both those orthopedic surgeons that I would have, let's say, uh, uh, arthritis in those ankles. And sure enough, my right one, the left one wasn't hurt quite as bad when I was 13, and it's there apparently. Wow, Michelle, congrats, 15,000 steps each day. That's incredible. Yeah, and you're going to use those. I bet you do use that. So my right one is particularly bad. And so I take this, I just take up one pump, and Ashley talks about how warming it up. I don't necessarily warm it up, but you can't see my ankle right now, but I'm putting it on right now. Yeah, Katrina, that's cool. I do use it for golf as well. I use it every night before bed, and especially if I'm going to golf. I walk golf course a lot, and it makes a real big difference to my ankle. So this is big. I also tore my meniscus last year, and so I put it on my knees sometimes. I don't need it as much anymore, but when I have a little bit of a harder bike ride, I use it on my knee as well. I use it on my neck. I use it on my shoulder. I tend to, in weight lifting, I don't lift really heavy, but sometimes it hurts my shoulder. Heck, I put it on there. Honestly, I'm putting it on every day. And there's moments, guys, like I'm telling you, in my past life before Ashley came out with Flex, honestly, I would be going to the physical therapist every month. I would be going to massage therapy at least once a month, at least. And I haven't gone to either since starting this routine. And so my special system is these every single day, as well as our signature extra virgin olive oil. I take a tablespoon, not usually, every morning. I take it with my lunch. In fact, I have it right here. I'll show you. I got a little bit. I just finished my pasta, but I didn't have enough time to do my salad yet. So I'm going to eat the salad afterwards. I got our signature olive oil all over that salad, which I'm going to eat as soon as this call's over. And then I usually take it at night as well, either on my food or a tablespoon right before bed. And this combination, all I'm going to say is the difference. What, Derek, you're down 25 pounds? Adam, that sounds familiar, huh? That's incredible, guys. Just listen, look at these testimonials coming through. I hope you're watching these. Flex very much alleviates discomfort in my thumb joints, and I apply it to my neck. I got my singing voice back. What the, Brenda? That's incredible. my son started landscaping and was so sore he couldn't sleep. I used Flex to rub his chest, and he slept like a baby. And the next day, asked for me for more Flex. Like, this is incredible. Thank you, Katrina. Flex every day on my back and on my shoulders. Amazing. I've lost 7 pounds. If pants fall down, geesh, whoa. I have all the products. Love them all. Praise God. And Oliabo for Bobby's healed liver. Okay. And Cairo visit, I missed, there was someone in there that lost, officially down 25 pounds since March 4th. You guys just listen to what we're talking, listen to these things. I didn't ask them for that. Well, kind of, I said, throw your testimonial in there, but just look at that. Guys, look what we have. I hope you just kind of take a moment to just go, oh my gosh, this is what we have. How fortunate are we? We've got it sitting right in front of us. And I'm telling you, this is special. When you see something like that, and Adam, maybe you want to share when you come on your own personal experiences too. I don't want to lead, if you don't want to, that's cool. But so anyways, as a close, I'm sorry I took in too long, Gordon, because you asked me to kind of kick this thing off. But look at all these testimonials, Gordon. This is like amazing. We could just like shut off and just let everyone just start telling testimonials. You know what I mean? And go and go and go. This is like amazing. So I'm just rubbing this into my ankle while we're talking here. It's just kind of fun. Anyways, guys, keep telling us. Whoa, John, I know I've seen that testimonial before. Read these testimonials while I'm going to kick it back to Gordon here. I took a little longer, Gordon, and I thank you for your patience. But this is what we're about,
little brother.
This is what we're about, guys. We're about changing lives. And it starts with changing our own. And we become a product of the product. And if there's one thing I've learned, there's a lot of things I've learned being in this industry my whole life. But if there's one thing, we are a storytelling people. We're a storytelling people, and it starts with our own stories, and we're just hearing it right now. Gosh, I kind of want to open it up, Gordon, and say, whatever we all had to say, let's just shut off and let everyone start talking. But we'll do that for another call, because this is kind of fun to see everyone plug it in there and saying what they're experiencing so far.
Absolutely. So, you're like, today, you're like free flowing. Like, look at you, man. That's like changing it up, and you're rubbing your like swollen foot. Which
yeah, I had a hard bike workout this morning. It was kind of great, and so it doesn't generally hurt my ankle so much. It's usually the running, and I didn't run today, but I'm still putting it on. I put it on every day, and when it starts to hurt even more, I had a really interesting bike workout last weekend where I was downhill biking, and I don't do that very much. And we went for quite some time, and I fell over. Not so bad. It wasn't so bad. But I fell over and it cranked this ankle kind of in a weird way. It's kind of one of those ugly falls. It was like slow motion. If someone was watching, it was like, what is that guy doing? But I kind of kinked my ankle with that. And you know what? I just started putting the Flex on. And that's one of those ones that I know when that happens, if I would have in the past life, that would have gone on for a couple of weeks. I was running that was Saturday. I was running by the time it was Monday. It was hurting a little bit, but anyways, with that, Gordon, I'm going to look at this. They just keep coming in. This is like amazing. So let's just let you share it while Gordon's talking.
It's hard to follow that.
I know, just like throw it in there. Throw what you're experiencing. Holy mackerel. Look at this.
If you guys haven't figured out, by the way, and I should probably say this.
I'll turn it over to you, Gord. I'll turn it over to you. So
no, okay, cool, Joe. I was just going to play off of what you were saying there, but if you guys haven't figured this out by now, my brother Joe is a world-class athlete. And when I say that, I don't use those words lightly. All the wonderful folks on the line here, Ellie and Patricia and Malcolm, Matthews, all the folks out there. At some point, generally somebody will ask me, are you like the same level of athlete as Joe? The answer is no, categorically not. Joe is doing talks about things like 75 hard. I'm doing something called 75, maybe tomorrow, maybe not, probably not. Joe, he talked about breaking both his legs. He did it doing like, I'll go to bed healthy and wake up injured. Okay. Like, I don't know how but Flex performs quite optimally, even if you are not at the same level of athleticism as Joe. I will say this, if you're wondering, like when I say world-class athlete, Joe, one time I was like, what are you doing? He's like, can't tell you. I'm like, you're gone for a month? Can't tell you. Where are you going? Cannot tell you. I signed an NDA. And he's like, okay, I'm going to tell you. Don't tell anybody. I'm going on an island with Bear Grylls for a month, Joe, or something. What was a month, right?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
On
World's
this
Toughest
TV
Race is what it was
show,
called. It's on
Eco.
Amazon. It's on
Yeah,
Amazon.
you can see it. Yes. Anyway,
It was right
that's the
before COVID, so it kind of lost itself during COVID, but yeah.
yeah. Joe's idea of good times, like hiking Elbrus, somebody like, I don't know. Okay. You get the impression, you get the picture. There's a lot of discomfort in Joe's world of exercising that I would rather do without. And that's not because I think maybe I could do it if I wanted. If I wanted, I think I could, but I choose.
Yeah, of course you
Yeah,
could.
I think so.
Yeah, it's just as a trope. But here's an interesting thing, Gord. This is something someone sent it just to the panelists, so I won't say their name because they might not want to be their name out there. But the person just said they've been on the product for 9 days and their digestion is improved. Now, guys, it's not just what we are what we eat. That is true. That is a true statement, definitely. But it's also what we digest. It's what, excuse me, yeah, it's what we assimilate to, and it's what's digested into our system because and what we absorb through digestion. And so when we always talk, every time we're talking about extra virgin olive oil, studies on extra virgin olive oil, studies on leaf extract, olive leaf extract, and olive fruit extract, they all talk about digestion. And that is not just what we can eat. We are what we eat, we are what we digest. And if we can improve the digestion, oh my gosh, guys, magic happens. And I'm trying to figure out why people sleep. There was someone just mentioned that Barry, I think, said, in addition to all his testimonials, he sleeps better. People are dreaming better. Why is this happening? That was one of the first, that's a testimonial all across the board. I'm still trying to get to the bottom of that, Gordon. I think as a part of it's digestion. Maybe they're digesting better, and so they end up sleeping better. I'm not quite sure. But we are what we digest, and if we're digesting,
we are what we absorb. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, actually, maybe we should have Dr. J talk about that next week. But
yeah,
no. Anyway, Joe, thank you, gratitude, brother. He is only like 30 feet that way right now, but it's easier this way to do our calls. Adamo, could you do me a favor, brother? Could you fire up the? Okay, folks, that title slide that they had of me just said I'm the CEO. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right as CEO. My job title says CEO. My calendar says product tester and furniture mover and a bit of everything. That's what you do in one of these. I actually prefer it that way. So if you're like, that is not that is very un-CEO like behavior. You're right. And I'm about to just completely verify that with this next little bit of the presentation. Last week, I got on a little rant, and Adam, you can go to that. I said something last week where I referred to some products out there in the industry and the world called plastic jug olive oil. And then I found that that was the thing everybody was quoting. And I took it from the tub O popcorn at the movie theater. But this, you got the point across, but there's so much more to all extra virgin olive oil is not created equal. And I got on this rant a little bit last week about some of the things to ask for, because there was a particular person that 2 weeks ago was saying like, oh, you can get olive oil other places. And, everybody's got olive oil. I'm like, man, you need to be watching our webinars because no, it's not created equal. All the studies that we talk about historically are all on a high quality extra virgin olive oil. And there's nothing like a high quality extra virgin olive oil to kickstart your health and wellness and put a spring in your step. And unfortunately, especially in North America, there is nothing like a good quality extra virgin Italian olive oil because it really almost impossible doesn't exist. Let's go to the next slide. I'll show you something. This is kind of funny. So I pick up on that rant. I'll call on this one. So I'll stop. I'm going to stop doing this after this because it's a very un-CEO like behavior, but I do enjoy the rant. This is called the bait and switch of the week. So last week I was talking about plastic jugs and whatever. Let me show you this. Let's go forward one. Oh yeah, here's my disclaimer. The following are actual products I'm about to show you. The labels have been altered by me to avoid awkward encounters in the future because I've been doing this long enough to know I'm It's absolutely for certain that me and Joe and Ashley and Curtis, we're going to be at some sort of olive oil symposium, and it'll be like, here, meet so and so, Mr. Schnitzelbank, and I'll be like, I'm so sorry, brother, I like ranted about your product. However, it's important. We need to talk about this. This is important. Lean in, folks. This is good stuff. I may get killed by a competitor for saying so. Here's one. This one right here. I put this in a category of this one fooled Ashley. This one right here is in a dark glass bottle. My arrows are all over the place, and I think that's a font that I didn't send to Adam. Sorry, Adam. Okay, Cavoli is not the name of the product. Those are funny things for Italians. You can read it and you're like, ah, ha, ha. I am Italian, by the way, and I'll prove it just with my little aside jokes, if nothing else. Yeah, this is an Italian brand. As a matter of fact, on the front of their label, it proudly tells you from Firenze, and I changed the date, but it is in the 1800s. And you're like, oh, Italian brand. Look at that. And this bottle is glass. Tuscany is in Italy. Firenze is in Tuscany. Oh my goodness. And it's 500 milliliters. Well, they're giving you 500 milliliters. Now look at the back. I point out the fine print. It's not actually Italian olive oil. It is extra virgin, but can I show the backside of that, Adam? The next slide, please. And suddenly my slide deck disappeared. So maybe Adam is like, don't do it. You're going off the reservation, but
nope, you're good. Sorry, I was trying to fix that font just so it looked better.
Well, you're so kind. Oh, now you're 2 slides ahead. That's like another product. So, oh, you're okay. Here we go, folks. This is so hard to see in real life that I had to. You can't even get the whole thing because it goes around the sides. This product contains extra virgin olive oil from the countries identified in the things below using the following. Okay, Argentina, Australia, Chile, Greece, Italy's in the list. It's not in this product. There's no Italian olive oil in this product, by the way. Morocco, Peru, Portugal, Spain, Tunisia. This is a multi-continent olive oil. I don't know about you guys, but if I try to concentrate on everything, I can focus on nothing. How are you trying to? All right, that's enough about that rant. So there's one company that's going to murder me in my sleep. Next one. I call this product, it's an Italian name product. I'm calling it Che Schifo. It's actually, it's not the name of the brand, but it's an Italian word. You're like, oh, it's an Italian brand. Again, Tuscany. This one's like 1860s. Whoa. Tuscany is in Italy. Look at this. It is a plastic bottle, but perhaps it's offset by the fact that this is Italian. No. Next slide. Not Italian. The backside, if you look at it, country of origin. Here's your key. If you need a key that is like in the font size is like 2-point font and it's down there, you have to zoom in there and your microscope. And then it's like, here's your key. Argentina, Chile, Greece, Italy, Morocco, Peru, Portugal, Spain, Tunisia. And then you have to look over and there's like a little code thing on the side. And Ashley and I were trying to decode it. And I think this one here was like Tunisia and Greece. So there's no Italian olive oil in either one of those. But what they do is it's an Italian brand that's been around for a long time from Tuscany. And you're like, that's not cool. And I'm like, exactly. So that's what I want everybody to look out for, because we are selling a 100% extra virgin olive oil in a glass, dark glass. And this right here is the real deal. It is the absolute real deal. So that being said, Ashley, let's go to the next slide, please, Adam. And we'll try to come in strong here. I'm going to throw to much more sophisticated partner in this thing. Look at your, like, you got even your like light game in your office. You look better. Like you got good lighting.
I have a tan. I don't know what you mean.
Ashley, this was a funny rant that you and I have been on the last few days about this. You usually have a really good BS-ometer. I don't know if that's a thing. BS-o-meter, whatever. You want to share maybe what we were riffing about? I'll let you take over since it's been the Joe and Gord show. It's been weird ADD so far. Okay, Ashley.
Hey, let me add a little more ADD.
Product officer. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, Gordon and I were talking a little earlier, and I was talking about, olive oil. How do we, let's taste it. We actually just got done tasting a certain kind of olive oil because I'm like, no, this is a good olive oil. I know it. I buy this from an Italian restaurant or an Italian, not a restaurant, but a store.
Import store.
Yeah, they import Italian, coffee, chocolates, everything. And so I'm like, this is what I used to use. This is good. Spoiler alert, it was not good. It smelled okay because we were both tasting it. We're smelling it. We're doing all of the process like you usually should. And it smelled fine, but as soon as we tasted it, it coats your mouth. It sticks on there like some weird oil, and it tastes so terrible. And then we tasted our brand, and it did not stick on the roof of your mouth like this one. It didn't have that weird canola oily taste to it. I was so distraught because this was the olive oil I used to use and I thought it was good. But again, it's an Italian olive oil, they said. Turns out it's not even from Italy. It's from 2 different countries that are not in Italy. So that doesn't work. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it was still shocking to this day that this is happening. And, the way they're using words on the label, just like Gordon was showing, it makes it so confusing to actually understand where the olive oil was coming from. But yeah, that was our experience this morning. But I do have a few slides to talk about, how things turn out. So when I was younger, I had a black and white TV. I actually had this in my room because I thought it was so cool. I have a TV in my room. It's black and white, and you have to get the, what are they called? Ears perfect, and you have to have it on the right channel to get anything. Flipper. I remember watching Flipper in my room, and it was so nice because I had my own time. I had my own TV. I felt like a grown-up. And then when it's nighttime, I have to go, turn it off. It is what it is. I didn't know any better. And then the remote came out. I can't even imagine going back to that the black and white TV. You're not seeing, colors. You have to get up to turn it off at night. I can't even go back. All right. I think I have another one on this subject. Again, okay. Can you click it? There we go. Totinos. Another thing when I'm younger, I thought it was big. I can cook my own pizza. This is great. I mean, it still holds a special place in my heart. But I know today, if I ate this, I would feel terrible for the next 24 hours. And it is in a completely different category than this brick oven pizza that comes out and the crust has little char marks and it's drizzled with olive oil, and it's just a whole different experience. Like you cannot even compare the two. It's just, apples and oranges, not even apples. It's like a dried, decrepit apple to an apple. That's all that it is. I can't, different versions of trying to be the same thing. And then on the next slide, let's see, is our olive oil. So again, every time I have people go taste, go into your back cupboard, go taste your olive oil. I think this is a really good thing for everyone to try. Try the olive oil you think is good for you, is healthy. Just like me, I still, I'm still shocked of how I am kind of tricked into buying the Italian olive oil that's not even from Italy. So taste it, compare it. I want you guys to taste the difference. I don't want to just tell you. I want you to have your own stories that you can share as well, because just in a few seconds, you will taste the difference, and you cannot go back to the old. You can't go back to the black and white TV where you had to get up at night and turn it off. This isn't even comparable like a pizza. It is a different category. It is a different product. So we want you guys to experience the best flavors, the best benefits from an actual cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. And with that, I think I have someone that I get to. Oh, it's Adam. Okay. Hi, Adam. I thought I had a different slide. Hi, Adam. Adam is the best. He seriously is always here. When he's not here, I know I can message him and he will have an answer to me like that. He knows so much. I am so glad to be working with Adam.
Thank you so much, Ashley. I am super happy to be working with you and the rest of everyone else here. I've said it on past calls, but we honestly have the best team here at Oliabo. Everybody is just willing to help each other. We all laugh together. Well, there hasn't been any crying, but we all come together and we literally break bread together. And actually, it's funny because you bring up the Totino's pizza. I think that people would laugh if they saw us here at the office because we're becoming olive oil snobs. I actually just did the taste test that you just described in Gordon's office today, and you can really tell the difference when you taste the two side by side. One that you're used to using, and then the Oliabo branded olive oil. You can really taste the difference in how smooth it is, but also in the smell. You can smell the tomato and kind of that grass earthy smell that comes from ours that you don't quite get in a lot of those other olive oils. So I would encourage you to do that as well, just like Ashley said. And it's funny, you'll see us putting olive oil on everything, like the video that we did where, I put olive oil in my coffee. We just recently taste tested adding olive oil into some juice, and it was actually really good. So that's why I say you'd laugh if you saw us here at the office because we're putting olive oil in everything. But that wasn't part of my presentation, nor is Joe asked me just to share kind of my experience. So, before we got started here in November, the company incorporated and we got everything up and running with people placing orders. That's kind of when I started the product myself. And so I've been on the product now since November, and my weight loss has been slow, but I am now down 28 pounds as of today, which is super exciting because I am literally not changing anything else in my life. If you guys know me on a more personal level, I have twins that are 2 years old, and they are a handful alone. But just to give you an example, like my basement flooded earlier this year. I just had to put a new roof on my house. Like I don't have time. What I'm getting at is I don't have time to go to the gym. I've got a lot of stuff that's going on in my life. So I've literally changed nothing else. And I think one of the big things for me is that I've noticed I don't feel as hungry as often anymore. But in addition, when I do eat, I don't eat as much. So like I'll go make my lunch here at the office and I'll usually eat about half of it. And then I'll end up just throwing the rest away just because I literally feel like I can't eat anymore. And I think part of this comes from what Prima does within your body, right? Prima changes so many factors of gut health, brain health, so many factors of your body that it helps with that I think your body starts functioning better. If your body is functioning better, then naturally you're going to start to have more energy to do things. You're going to start to lose weight naturally. So while we don't market this as a weight loss product, it's not just me. We are hearing testimonials on a regular basis of individuals who are losing weight on our product, which is absolutely amazing to see. So I'll pull up our slides here again, and I'm actually going to, as we were talking about kind of what we put our olive oil on, let me just make sure I've got this. I do. Okay, so Larnie, if you can join us here for a moment.
You see me?
I'm going to bring up a slide. Sorry, hold on one second. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So Larnie and I have worked together for a lot of years. So we worked together at a previous company together for probably about 12 years or so at that previous company. And Larnie is absolutely amazing to work with. She's our office manager here, but also the executive support with scheduling and doing all sorts of stuff. But she also helps with different projects. You guys might get an email from her if you send something into customer support. So Larnie's got a lot of different things that she is working on. But one of the things that Gordon wanted her to talk about today is something outside of Oliabo, and that is she is a culinary expert. So Larnie, would you want to go ahead and talk about that a little bit?
Yes, yes. So I co-owned a restaurant for over 10 years. And I noticed that, I learned a lot through those years. And olive oil, extra virgin olive oil is used in many, many ways. And one of the things, like that picture shows chocolate cake. Why? If you incorporate extra virgin olive oil in chocolate cake when you bake, it makes the texture smoother and it adds moisture to the cake. And what other people do too is they drizzle that olive oil, the extra virgin olive oil. It has to be that high quality Oliabo extra virgin olive oil. You drizzle it over your cake with some flaky sea salt and it makes it savory and it enhances the chocolate flavor. Some people put it over peaches and strawberry as well with that flaky sea salt and it makes it really good.
Yum.
Yeah.
That actually sounds so good.
And so now whenever I cook, actually, I incorporate olive oil. When there's butter or vegetable oil that's in the recipe, I use extra virgin olive oil, our olive oil now for everything. I swear, it makes everything better. And then you don't feel guilty when you
Right.
eat.
Oh my gosh, I'm never feeling guilty eating cake again. I'm gonna use that. Yeah. Right? Oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome. And what a great tip. And not only does it taste better, but much more healthy than using like, if you used a vegetable oil or lots of butter and things like that, then it's obviously going to be worse for you. So, what an awesome tip. Thank you so much for sharing, Larnie.
No problem.
All right, I'm going to go back to our slides. Sorry, I'm going back and forth because I'm running all the slides. So give me 1 second here. I'll pull up my next slide that I want to talk about while we're on the topic of olive oil. So for those of you who don't know this, olive oil is on what we call a perma sprint. Within Oliabo and the way that you can earn commissions, there are two different pay periods. We have a weekly pay period and we have a monthly pay period. Our weekly pay is what we call sprint, and that is based off of 2 levels of payout, but the first level gets 25% of the total CV amount associated with a product. So the example that you guys are seeing on your screen right now, if you go and find 4 people that love olive oil, or maybe they don't know they love olive oil, but you're starting to learn a lot about olive oil. And now you're thinking, I'm going to start talking to people about this because there's a lot of science behind olive oil, and especially ones that come from Italy, and especially these high quality ones that Oliabo offers. So you start talking to individuals. Naturally, you find 4 individuals that order a single bottle of olive oil. Well, guess what? Through your Sprint commission, your olive oil is now paid for. So find 4 people that want to place an order for a single bottle of olive oil, and now yours is paid for through your commissions. How cool is that? And that's a permanent sprint. That's why we call it perma sprint, because it's permanent. Every single bottle of olive oil that gets sold gets paid out through the sprint. So whoever enrolled that person or brought them in or introduced them, that person gets 25% every single time on the olive oil. Doesn't matter if it's their first order. It doesn't matter if it's their 20th order. It's always going to pay 25% to the person who introduced them to Oliabo. Okay. VIP giveaway. So I get to do the VIP giveaways every single week. And so if you're wondering what this is, we have a VIP membership here at Oliabo. The VIP membership has several aspects to it. It includes a high-end quality customer service experience. So part of that is if you send in an email or a chat to our customer service team, all of the VIP members, all of yours goes to the top of the chats and emails so that you actually get a response faster. And that's part of the added benefits to the VIP. But it also comes with an entire year of shipping. So you won't be seeing shipping charges on your orders. You'll see that it shows up as a free line item on every single order that you place. In addition, you're going to be included in information ahead of time. So anytime that we're launching something new, our VIP members get to find out about it ahead of time. So we'll have calls for things like that. But in addition, there's going to be product promos. We have things like swag giveaways that I'm about to do here in just a moment. But any of our VIP members that have purchased the VIP membership, we've already uploaded into this software that I'm about to pull up on the screen. And so this is going to be a generator that is our gratitude giveaway widget or generator, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to draw a winner right now. So whoever's ID number comes up, we're going to give you a Brooks Black Box. So for those of you who don't know what that is, Brooks is someone here at the office, works in our marketing department, and he had this idea to come up with these black boxes. And this is a high quality experience because you're going to receive this black box that's going to come with, it might have multiple products. It might have swag items like hats or shirts or mugs or water bottles. But it's going to come in this black box that creates this awesome experience for you. And these items that you're going to receive in that might be also swag and products. These are different each and every time. But these are items, the swag items are things you cannot purchase. So the only way to get them is by winning them or earning them through a product or through a promotion that we are offering. So without further ado, I'm going to hit the draw winner button here, and we're going to see whose ID number comes up to win the black box for this week. So Brooks, if you're out there, or Curtis, if you could hurry and look up this ID, 1248. You are the winner of the black box for this week.
Congratulations, Betty E.
All right. Congratulations, Betty, to you. We are so excited for you to receive your black box. We'll be getting that out to you here in the mail this week. So next, I get to talk about some recognition pieces. So we have our Kappa keychains. I'm trying to see where mine is. So we've got our Kappa keychains, right? So this is what it looks like. Okay, it's really cool. This whole top part, this is all metal, the metal ring, this is metal, and then you have leather here that can go to your key fob. We are getting ready to get these sent out. So we are getting them branded. They'll be branded Oliabo. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. But part of this is that keys to Kappa. So what that means is once you achieve the rank of Kappa, meaning you have 1,000 in qualifying volume coming into your team, as long as you meet the minimal structure requirements, you're going to hit the level called Kappa. And at the Kappa rank, you're not only going to receive a rank recognition pin and certificate, but you also get to receive the Kappa keychain. So this is what it's going to look like when it arrives. It comes in a nice jewelry box. It actually has a light inside the box so that the keychain lights up when you receive it. And it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a great experience for you. But we're getting the metal on it, branded in Oliabo. So this is what it'll look like. Soon our Kappas will be receiving their well-deserved Oliabo branded, Italian-inspired keychains so that every day they can recognize the beauty of sharing the Oliabo message. Sharing the message with others. People are going to ask you, I've already had people ask me about my keychain and where I got it, but people are going to ask you about this. It is really cool. It really stands out in comparison to any other keychains I've seen. So you might be asking, when are we going to get these? So we are waiting on the rank pins. You're going to see the rank pins. I talked about this last week, but the rank pins are going to be arriving here at the office towards the end of this month. And then we are going to put all of this together along with the certificates, and we're going to start sending those at the first part of August. So you guys, all of you who have achieved Kappa and above, just a reminder, I say above because if you've hit Quinto, you're going to get the rank recognition for the Kappa, which is the pin, certificate, and keychain, but you're also going to get your Quinto recognition. And if you're Ray Herron, you're going to get a whole bunch of recognition because he's at the 200K level. So super excited to get these recognition pieces out to you guys. Okay, let's see. The last piece that I have here is just a reminder. We have our VIA promotion that's going on right now. So talking about recognition and these ranks, this VIA promo is a rank advancement bonus promotion. So at the levels of Kappa, Quinto, and Venti, I won't get into it just because of the, I want to keep within my time frame on this call. but go look on the portal, look on the app. You can download the document that gives you all of the details. But the Kappa, Quinto, and Venti all have rank advancement bonuses associated to them. We're hearing stories of everyone who earned this last month and how excited they are to be getting that extra bonus added on top of their already commissions. I see Curtis just added a link to the VIA promo. So if you want to go read for more details, look in the chat here on this Zoom and you can click there to download. Okay. Next, I get to introduce Mr. Ray Herron. I was just talking about Ray and that he is a 200K. Ray, I'm going and making you a panelist right now. If you can hear me, you'll have to accept that. But I want to turn the time over to Mr. Ray Herron. Ray Herron is our master distributor here at Oliabo. If you're asking yourself, what is a master distributor or a master associate or a master brand rep? What does that mean? Well, that means that Ray was the very first person that was talking with the ownership here, talking with Gordon, helped kind of develop things. He is the leader out there of every single person who is on this call. And I can tell you, I know for a fact, Ray is on the phone almost nonstop. I don't know if Ray sleeps, but literally, I think that his nickname needs, or middle name even, needs to be Ray No Sleep Herron, because this man works harder than anybody that I know. So, Ray, do you want to just go ahead and share a few thoughts here? I know that we have a slide here talking about our call tonight. Do you want to share a few thoughts on that for us?
Well, I do indeed. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody, wherever you're calling in from. Can I just say this up front? I'm so proud, honestly, so proud to be associated with Oliabo. If you were to design a company and a team that had your back, they would look exactly like Oliabo. I'm so happy to end my career with this company and my good friends. I have to pinch myself, really. And I love all these stories about our olive oil today, folks. I think pretty big. I'm going to tell you, I believe and I intend for us, all of us, to own, literally own the market of olive oil around the world. You realize how big that actually is, the market for olive oil? Most people are taking, they think they're, like Ashley said, Gordon said, they think they're getting a premium quality olive oil. In reality, most of the time, it's very substandard. We got the absolute best. Adam, can you still hear me?
Absolutely. We can hear you loud and clear, Ray.
My phone's going crazy. Everybody's calling me here, and so it looked like it cut me off. Thank you.
I told you guys, Ray is a popular man. He's the upline of everybody, and he is here to help.
Crystal clear, Ray.
Thanks, guys and gals. Like I said, I'm so proud to be here, and you just can't believe, your timing is perfect. We're young. We're just basically getting started, and tonight we have a special. In fact, we have it every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And Adam, I do believe that the link for that will be in our studio app, and you'll also probably be sending out an email. And for those of you that signed up for text announcements, you'll probably get a text as well.
Yep.
Let me encourage you, don't miss this one tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's called basically Food for Giants. Maybe you're not a giant yet. You were like I was 41 years ago. Maybe you consider yourself a minnow. I really was a minnow back then, but we're going to talk about the kind of things that it takes to actually be a part of history in the making with this wonderful company, Oliabo. Folks, I'm going to air it out tonight. If you know me, I'm going to air it out. I ain't leaving nothing. I ain't holding nothing back. I'm going to tell you what it takes if you want to be part of this history-making endeavor with us. And so be there, please. Please be there. I don't like softball. I play hardball, folks. When the Grim Reaper comes for me, I want to be sliding in home base with nothing left. Nothing left. And I think that that kind of decision, I'm telling you, it delivers big rewards. I've lived it. For 41 years, I've lived it, and I want you to live it as well. So be there tonight, please. Invite somebody if you can. Hey, listen, if you don't, just show up yourself. I promise you. I've just got a cameo part of this thing tonight, but I'm going to lay out some things that I think will make a great big difference in your Oliabo business. Now, I want to go one other thing. My mentor was a big fan of campaigns. He'd say, okay, crowd, this week, we're going to call on nothing but teachers. And he would say, next week we're going to talk with business owners, and the week after that we're going to talk to engineers. He was just a big fan of doing campaigns. Here's my campaign, and I want you to participate. I'll probably reinforce this again tonight. I do believe we have the best olive oil that you can buy, that you can count on each and every time you use it, that it's the best that we can procure for you. I want to start a 7-day campaign. For those of you that are involved in social media, believe me, I'm not a big social media guy necessarily, but I'm learning. And you open up your Facebook page, and the top up there, you'll have what's called the story. My story is going to be for the next 7 days in a row. We're going to be talking about our olive oil, and it's all compliant, Gordon. Don't worry. You'll all love this. Here's what I want you to do. Here's my challenge to you. You know, you do well in life when you can soften the market, let people know we're here, let people know what we have. So I want you to participate with me. I want you to go to your Facebook page, look up in the top under story. You're going to see every day beginning tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. a beautiful, I mean, to tell you, they're just gorgeous little uh, pictures our of olive oil, what it can do for you, with a little tab that obviously talks Oliabo. We can soften the market, folks. Let me tell you, I've learned this about Facebook for sure. We may not like it, all of us, but here's what I've learned. If you'll go and I prefer that you love it, give it a heart, view it, and share it. Do you know that we can reach, I'm telling you, in a record period of time, and I'm talking a few days, we can have hundreds of thousands of people viewing that message every day for 7 days. I think it's going to be monumental, but I think big, and I don't think I'll be disappointed. It's going to be a fabulous campaign. So look for it beginning 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is a Thursday in the part of the world that I live in. You'll have a Thursday uh, picture, and I want you to like it or love it and share it. If you'll do that, I promise you we'll soften the market and we'll get our name out there everywhere. Hundreds of thousands of people will see it. Well, that's enough, guys. I appreciate you all so very much. And once again, I'm so proud to be here. I'm proud that you're here. Just hook your dreams to Oliabo and hang with us for a couple of years. Your life is going to change dramatically. I promise you.
Thank you so much, Ray. It's always a pleasure hearing from you. You've got so much experience and knowledge, and it's like every time that we talk, you drop something, and I'm just like, how did I not know this before? So thank you so much for all that you're doing, Ray. And again, we appreciate you. We know how hard you're working, and that's because you truly care. You truly care about the people that are here at Oliabo and their success. So from all of us, thank you so much, Ray.
Thanks, everybody.
The question came in, where can I find the link for tonight? So you can find it in your Oliabo studio. That is either on, also, Malcolm just posted it in the chat, but you can also find it in the Oliabo studio on both the app and the portal. You'll find them there, but I'm additionally going to be sending out an email and a text that'll invite you to those as well. So I highly encourage you to come and join that call. Like Ray said, there's going to be a lot of knowledge that is going to really help excel your business. So join us tonight. Okay, I'm going to introduce our next presenter, and he is someone that I have really come to appreciate in my career. This individual is somebody who has a vast knowledge of just business in general. But when it comes to things that are technology, he blows my mind on a regular basis with all of the different things that he knows. Although I did somewhat stump him today. I asked a question and he said, I knew that at one point, but I can't remember exactly. So I did stump him.
I've learned so much that I've forgotten more than you could possibly keep up with that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And it was nothing Oliabo. It was how to change a setting on my computer. So it wasn't even related, but I did find it funny. I stumped him for the first time.
You did. You got me. You got me. No, Adam, thank you so much. Grateful for our association. I know that it's we're coming to a close here, so I'm going to be quick. I'm going to be quick just to tout a few things that are coming up. So we've talked a lot about Oliabo Studio and about Studio One, which is our podcast room, right? So Studio One, the Studio One podcast for Oliabo, we are launching the podcasts on all of the major podcast platforms with the first available podcast. I believe that's available today. So it's on, let's look at the list here: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube. Look for Studio One Podcast or Oliabo Studio One Podcast. And those are some of those podcasts that Ashley and Gordon and others have been doing, and we've been teasing out a little bit. So search for those on your favorite podcast platform. And we'll also be posting links today or tomorrow to those within Oliabo Studio as well. Some incredible podcasts are already in the can that we'll start releasing out over time. And then we'll keep creating more and more. So please, another thing to follow, to like, to subscribe to share out. Some incredible knowledge being dropped in those podcasts, and they're a lot of fun as well. Promote a meeting from a meeting tomorrow, Thursday training as always, where we go deep to answer your questions about Oliabo Studio, about the compensation plan, and anything else we can answer for you. So be there or be square. 2 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. The links are available on Oliabo Studio. We'll also make sure that we're sending out a text and an email about those. One other thing that I want to also mention before I move on, and Ray, it looks like you've got something. Ray, do you want to say something?
Yeah,
Ray?
I do. I neglected to say this campaign that I've got coming up on Facebook. I'm not the author of those beautiful presentations. It's my good friend Mimo Pearl from the beautiful Hawaii, and I love you, Mimo. You're so creative. Thank you so much. That's it. Thanks, brother.
Excellent. Thanks, Ray. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, so one last thing I wanted to share. For those of you that have been either considering or thinking about or have connections with affiliate influencers, or you want to think about or figure out how to present the Oliabo opportunity to affiliate influencers, please reach out and we can help you navigate that. We've got specific versions of Oliabo Studio that we've created specifically for affiliate influencers. They see the world in a slightly different way, and they want to see information in a different way and digest that information in a different way, including the opportunity and the compensation plan. It's all structured already so that they can fit right into the comp plan, but we've got a unique way that we can present it to them. So if you're interested or are already working with trying to onboard some affiliate influencers to the Oliabo opportunity and journey, please reach out so that we can help you navigate that and give them the best experience possible. So just reach out to support or reach out through your upline, and we can get connected in and help you navigate that. And I would suggest if you aren't working on some potential affiliate influencers, that you should seriously consider doing so and getting connected with some, because it's a great opportunity and way to build with Oliabo by connecting with those types of audiences through those people who've built those audiences. So that's it from me. So I think we're about ready to kind of wrap it up here. So back to you, Adam and Gordon, to take us home.
Awesome. Thank you, Curtis, Adam, at all. Ray, of course, a pleasure as always. I always love when Ray's on the call. And we will be together on that webinar at 6 o'clock. There's going to be other familiar faces, but on behalf of everybody here at the home office, thank you. Gratitude. These are the cards that we put in this is the latest card that we put in all orders. It's just our little expression of gratitude, and thank you to wonderful Ben on our staff for putting those together. But from all of us here, I say grazie tante. We'll see you at 6 o'clock, and yeah, andiamo.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
When people think about extra virgin olive oil, they often think about food. I think about people. For me, olive trees have become a reminder that some of life's greatest things cannot or should not be rushed. They demand patience, care, respect for nature, and a willingness to do things the right way, even when no one is watching. Every harvest tells a story, not just of agriculture, but of families, traditions, generations who believe that excellence is an act of love. That philosophy has shaped the way that I actually see olive oil. And once you understand why that matters, you begin to appreciate how a truly exceptional extra virgin olive oil is created. That's why every bottle of Oliabo begins with carefully selected Italian-sourced olives and a commitment to quality from branch to bottle and from tree to tin. True extra virgin olive oil, or EVO, is the highest grade olive oil available. To earn that designation, you must meet strict standards for purity, freshness, flavor, and quality. The olives are mechanically extracted without chemical refining or heavy industrial processing, helping preserve the natural integrity of this fruit. Premium EVO is also carefully cold extracted at controlled temperatures below 27 degrees to protect freshness, flavor, and naturally occurring phytochemicals. But great olive oil is about more than how it's made. It's about how it makes you feel. Fresh, authentic EVO brings food to life with vibrant flavor, gentle bitterness, and a signature peppery finish. Rooted in Italian heritage, Oliabo reflects a tradition where olive oil has always been central to everyday life. For you, that means confidence. Confidence in knowing where your olive oil comes from. Confidence in bringing home a product that has been carefully sourced, rigorously evaluated, and crafted with care. To support that commitment, Oliabo provides a certificate of authenticity, verifying sourcing and quality standards, offering a product you can trust. Because great extra virgin olive oil does more than just taste good. It elevates everyday meals. It brings people together and reminds us that the simplest things, when made with care, are often the most meaningful.